What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a review here, or talk about my friend Pete's F-150. So we're in sunny San Diego, California. It's about 85 degrees right now. Super nice weather as usual out here in Southern Cali. So here's my friend Pete to talk about his F-150.
Okay, I have a 2018 F-150. This truck is my family slash work truck. I do a lot of deliveries for my business, and we're going to talk about the mods I did. I got a 3.5 EcoBoost, and it's the Lariat model, and it's got 40,000 miles on it. As you can see, I mean, this is really my family car slash.
So this thing's been holding, he's got the baby seat in there. This thing's been holding up pretty good for 40,000 miles. What other modifications do you have? I mean, as far as modifications, what do you have?
So the modifications I have, the first thing I did on here was put the rims and tires.
What size are these?
They're 22-inch tires, and then you can see what the.
So these look like they're Vogue Signature V SC2s, and they're 285 45 22s. And then what lowering kit is this? And
it's a Max Track.
Okay, and how low is it?
It is 2 in the front and 4 in the back. I had it on here. It was 3 in the front and 5 in the back. But okay. The problem was I kept hitting the bump stops without even a load in the back. I would hit them on the freeway. I would hit them. And another thing about this kit is they tell you need 20-inch wheels on this car, and so you can't use your 18s because this truck originally came with 18s. And then I figured out that my spare won't work either after I got a flat tire, because of the clearance issue that's down here, and you can look down there between the.
So
see the nut down there?
Yeah, he's got a clearance issue with the lower part of the control arm with a bolt sticking out right there, and because of the lowering kit, so he can't put a smaller stock wheel on there. He's got to go with a bigger wheel, maybe a 20, right?
Yeah, 20 is what they recommend.
Okay.
Which, that wasn't a deal breaker because I bought 22, but the most difference I had with this truck was actually putting these bigger tires on there, the 22-inch tires. And the thing is, I use it for delivery, so I'm always in the back of my truck, so I want it lowered, always putting my kids inside, so I want it lowered. It's a 2-wheel drive, it's not 4-wheel drive. How's
it handle?
And it handles excellent. I love it. I love the way it drives. It's super quiet.
You have a rear sway bar too?
Yeah, I got the rear sway bar in the back. That helped out a lot, but that stiffened it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But it helped out a lot. I mean, it's not gonna handle better than a sports car. I mean, this is a huge truck.
But it has less body roll.
Yeah, but it has way less body roll. It's not so top heavy, which I like too. It makes it a little bit safer.
What sway bar is this?
It's a Hellwig sway bar.
So let me see if I can get a kind of give a look at this, the kit that they put. Okay. All right.
And when you get that Hellwig kit sway bar, you got to make sure that you get the right ending links for them, because they'll send you, I don't know what they'll send you, but I had to get new ones after they sent me the kit. And basically I didn't do an exhaust on this because, I mean, the motor is not the sound that you want to look for.
Yeah, it's not a Coyote engine, so they don't sound that great with the aftermarket exhaust.
Yeah, and I didn't want to ruin the ride of it, the sound of it inside, because inside this cab, believe it or not, it's really quiet. I mean, it's quieter than Mercedes, and just to put an exhaust on it and make it louder, I didn't want to do that because I take this car on long trips and with my kids and stuff like that. So I just wanted to be quiet, smooth ride, and And I put this is like one of the best investments I made for this, because this tailgate locks.
Looks like it's a rough country tonneau cover.
Yeah, this tailgate locks, and I can put my luggage and everything else. And people say, oh, they can just, you know, cut it and get whatever's in there. But I mean, if you drive a convertible car, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's actually even harder because it's got these bars here. I mean, they could still pry it up with a crowbar or whatever, but you know, it's just gonna take them a long time. But it works great for me because when I go places, I can leave whatever I have in the back.
And these are Black Rhino wheels?
Yeah, Black Rhino wheels. Actually, they're very good wheels. They're very strong. I've hit some, my wife has hit some things with them, and they don't bend or anything. I plasti dipped these.
This came out pretty good. He said he did these when he first bought the truck.
Yeah, when I first bought the truck, and I haven't done anything to them since. So we're gonna talk about the lighting mods. I got the LED
DDMs?
Yeah, DDM tuning. These lights, I had the halogen lights in here before, and they're just horrible lights. The problem is I got these lights, but some people think they're too bright, but I don't think so. I mean, it helped me a lot, especially I live out in the country. And what I really liked was these
it looks like it says Morimoto.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. I've heard of them, but I've never had lights from Morimoto. But they look like projectors too. Yeah, those are projector beams.
And those lights for looks completely changed the front of it, because the other light in there was like a real silver light, and it didn't blend in, and it looked small. But these lights made it look good.
Okay, guys. So now we're going to talk about the issues that Pete's had with the F-150. We're not gonna lie. I mean, we like Ford trucks and stuff, but hey, we got to be honest, you know. So, you know, everyone should know the different kind of issues people have, and we're not gonna get too picky here. So we're gonna talk about a few things. So, all right, Pete. So what are we gonna start with here?
So the first thing I had was a cosmetic issue. I mean, when you drive a lot, you get ass marks in the seats, and so I complained about it, and they fixed it for me. I guess they put more padding and stuff in there, and you can see, I mean, the truck has 40,000 miles. If you guys didn't do this, I'm sure your seat looks different than than this.
And they did that out of warranty?
Yeah, they did that out of warranty.
Oh, that's good.
And
then what about mechanical issues?
And mechanical issues. So when I first bought the truck, I guess they put a new fuel system on this truck, and I had a 15. Mm-hmm. which it was a lemon. If you guys want to know about it, leave it in the comments. But so what happened was I was getting a clicking out of it, and I've heard other things that the Mustangs get this clicking and everything else. So what they did was they changed the fuel pump, but the thing that bothered me in the beginning was that it sounded like a loose rocker arm or valve. You know, I'm not a mechanic.
Like a valve train noise?
Yeah, valve train, you know. But I've been with cars, you know, since we were 14 years old, me and Frank. And actually, Frank built his, you know, first motor at 14 years old. So, what happened was they changed the fuel pump. So, they changed the fuel pump, but after they touched the truck, this is when all the stuff started happening. They changed the fuel pump. It still made a clicking sound. After the clicking sound, they said it's normal. But if it was normal, why did they change the fuel pump from the beginning? And so what happened was, then after that, they changed the fuel pump. It wasn't as loud as it was before, but I changed it, you know, whatever. And then I had to do an oil change on it. And I do my oil changes with synthetic, every 6,000 miles. 6 to 7,000 miles. And believe it or not, my 15 used to burn oil. This one doesn't burn oil.
And same engine, 3.5.
Yeah, same 3.5, but they changed a bunch of stuff on it.
Okay.
Because, you know, this motor, they came out, I want to say in 17 with the 10-speed transmission.
Oh yeah.
And so I had the older gen, and my 15 was burning oil. So there was no way in hell it would have lasted 10,000 miles like they recommend to change the oils in these trucks, because I put 6,000 miles on it or between there, and it was already at the add line on the dipstick. So
so that one doesn't have this issue.
Yeah, so this one doesn't have that issue. So what happened was, so I took it in for the oil change, and then the next day I saw there was oil dripping under my truck. So what are you gonna think? That they didn't put the oil thing back, they didn't do this right? But it wasn't. It was a line they had to take off of the motor to get to the fuel pump, and they didn't seat it right or put it back right. How long it was leaking for, I don't know. But and then so what happened was then I was getting a whining when I would first start my car in the morning. It used to sound like a ground noise. If you ever hooked up a car stereo or something, sometimes you get these ground noises, and it was on the passenger side.
Like a whining noise?
Yeah, like a whining noise. So I took it to the dealership. They tried to figure out twice what it was. The second time, they changed the turbo, and I was kind of upset about that. And then they come back to me and said that they can change the whole motor out, it's still gonna make that noise. And I was upset about it because I know the truck wasn't like that from the beginning, and it really upset me. And the guy, he wasn't he was an asshole.
The service advisor.
Yeah, service advisor. And I know what happens is they got to go to Ford, write down on the computer what it's doing and whatever, and Ford's gonna allow them to do the warranty work on it. So I don't know what the heck happened there. So I got upset, and I went to go get it because they're talking to me like I didn't know what I was talking about. And so I got upset, and I went to another dealership, and they fixed the problem, and it had something to do with the fuel pump, the whining noise.
So they replaced the fuel pump again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they replaced the fuel pump again, and they completely fixed the problem, which was great. And at that time, it was a different service guy there, and what happened was that service guy that was at the other place went to the place over there. So now I don't take it over there anymore because I don't really care for that guy. And
what else after the fuel pump? Any other mechanical issues?
And then no, it's been solid for till 40,000 miles after that. And I think I had all those problems at like 12 or 13,000 miles.
Okay, so you put some miles on it since you had everything fixed.
Yeah. So I don't have any problems with it.
All right, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys have any questions for me or Pete, just put it down in the comments. Leave comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're going to do a video on his dad is a super clean, I think it's an 02 or 03 E55 AMG, like with only 20,000 miles on it. And we're going to do a video on that next. Super clean E55 AMG. So we're going to do a video on that next, coming up soon. And like and subscribe, and we're almost going to hit 1,000, guys. Let's try to get to 1,000. I think I'm only like 40 away from 1,000 or less. And then so anyways, check out Pete's Instagram, Creative Logo 619, and like and subscribe on my channel, and also my Instagram, Hot Rods Guns Cigars on my Instagram. You see pics of stuff, and not much YouTube stuff, but you'll see pictures of my Corvette and all the other stuff. And I know you guys have been telling me you want to see more of the Corvette, but we'll do that. That's coming up soon. I'll talk about the tune and how I go into the how I use HP tuners and stuff like that. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.